Hi, so my name is Miranda, and I am going to be talking about how to make the course, or how the courses should be structured at Drake University. The first thing to consider is what kind of courses are offered and what you are going to make the students take. Lisa Quast, in her article To Find Your Career Passion, talks about how the importance of doing something that you like. And when most students come to college, they aren't sure what they want to do. Some choose a major but then end up switching it, or some add another major or a minor or a concentration. So it's necessary for for students to take a variety of classes. At Drake, they offer AOIs, which is very nice because you have to take a class in certain subjects. But for the honors program, they only make you take a number of credits that are honors courses. And they have a list of the honors courses when you're looking to schedule classes. The problem with this is that students are most likely going to pick the courses that have something that they're interested in, whereas they're like unlikely to branch out and find something else where they could develop a different passion or a second passion. So at Drake, I propose that they switch the honors program to not the number of courses that they should take or the number of credits, but also the kind of classes they should take. Once a student picks their classes, and that they have to focus on grading and learning the material in the class. Most people, in order to learn the material, most people need an incentive. For some people that's grades, for other people it's not grades at all. Most people think that grades are bad because students only learn the material that they need to learn instead of learning all of the material. I disagree with that. Grades are an incentive for people to learn. For example, in a lecture-based class, most students need to learn the material in order to do well, because the tests can cover any part of what you covered in lecture, plus what's in the book, or other stuff that the professor gives you. So, in order for students to get a good grade in a lecture-based class, they should study all the material and learn it and know everything. But also, it depends on the class. For a discussion-based class, throughout the semester, there won't be any grading to be done, or like any sort of way for the students to tell that if they have been like learning the material or doing good. But a solution for this is to have like an essay or a project at the end of the semester where they show what they have learned and how they have improved, similar to the honors courses. It's throughout the course they learn, and they will talk about what they learn and come up with new ideas. But at the end of the course, they will have it down to something, and then they need to do something that shows that they have understood this, like a paper or a PowerPoint or video, something of that sort. Those are all good ideas. In reference to the article by Liz Johnson about shadow grading, she talks about the grading at Wellesley that was done by Lee Cuba. At Wellesley, they have, for the first semester, it's pass or fail, for students to see like how college is and to like get used to the environment. But they also get to see the grades from those classes during the first semester. But on their transcripts, it'll be pass or fail, which is good because grades are an incentive. But like getting used to college is hard. I know my college experience hasn't been that great. I started off thinking I was doing good, and I wasn't doing good. I have done better. I have improved, and like studied. You just have to, it's time management too. So there's that. Basically, in college, the end goal is deep learning, as Ken Bain says, because you want to learn all the material that you'll need for a job. And in order to get your degree, you also need to learn all the material. So you need to take certain classes and there's certain requirements in those classes. So it needs to be based on the class and the information. For example, a chemistry class is going to be more lecture-based and have tests and all that. But an English class or a literature class is more reading and understanding what the author is trying to say. So that's more of a discussion-based class where you should have a project or essay or something that shows your understanding of the material that was discussed throughout the class. Overall at Drake, I propose that the honors program needs to have certain requirements that need to be met besides the number of courses or credit hours. Also, the grading done at Wellesley for first semester seems very helpful in reference, so it helps the students get used to the college environment, but at the same time they are seeing how they're doing with the grades. But overall, it won't affect their first semester. So then they're ready for second semester and the rest of their college career. After the first semester, it should be graded, but the way the grading works should be done differently. For lecture-based classes, it should be done with tests and mostly focus on the final exam, which should be cumulative. And then there's also discussion-based classes, which should be focused on the material learned and like how much they have grown over the course. So that should be done with an essay or a project instead of a final exam. So yeah, that's how I think Drake should improve how their courses are structured.